So guys, turn 1 is over, so this video is to give a bit of a recap on exactly what has happened and then go into a little bit more detail about the next options. So this is the map at the start. Grey were the parliamentarian, blue were the royalist territories. That was the option we went for either force. And at the end of the turn, the royalists had success in the north and success in the south, so 2 victories to the royalists and just losses for the parliamentarians at this stage. Then spending the campaign points, you can see in the northeast the royalists have gained a couple of extra territories and 1 in the central Midlands, whilst the parliamentarians overall have lost, but they were able to turn Hereford from royalist to neutral. So before we make decisions, you kind of need to know where the strengths of the armies are. So for the royalists, you can see on their right hand column of each is the maximum strength and the left hand is the current strength. So overall they haven't suffered too badly. They have had a few units recovered since the battle, but however the units destroyed, they get replaced by conscripts. So where you see conscripts, they're the replacements. Parliamentarians, on the other hand, apart from Newark, which wasn't involved at all of the others have been engaged, and especially the London force have suffered some pretty large casualty numbers. So got to take that into consideration when we make our next plans. So the first of the options for the parliamentarians is to withdraw their armies back to the major cities and then sit out for a few turns whilst they rebuild their strength. The second would be for the 3 larger armies to converge on London and unite, and then from the turn later we'll be able to then launch a major assault. The next would be for the 2 northern armies to go on the offensive, the larger London force to get back to London to rebuild, and the smaller Bristol force to go after Gloucestershire. And then the fourth option here is for London, Newark and the Northern Army to attack in the north, and the Bristol force to go for Gloucester. And so I mean, with the current condition of their forces, none of them are ideal, but that's about the best that I can really come up with at the moment, bearing in mind what we're working with. For the royalists, I figured we could go with the Oxford army and pursue the small Bristol army in the south and try and destroy them, whilst at the same time our 2 northern armies coming down and trying to take Newark. The second one would be for our large royal army to go straight for London to try and destroy them in force, whilst our 2 northern armies come down and just keep consolidating that sort of northern Midlands territory. The third option would be for the army from Oxford to march north and try and meet up with the 2 northern forces and then just eradicate the parliamentarians in the Midlands / eastern counties. And then the fourth option is for our army in Oxford to rest, whilst our 2 northern forces just aim to engage and destroy the parliamentarian armies in the West Midlands. So overall, that's kind of my thinking regarding the different options for the different sides. Have a think about what you think we can do, bearing in mind the casualties sustained. The armies will regain cohesion and strength if they rest, and if they rest in a town which has, in a territory which has a named town, they will get back a lot more of their force very quickly. I think they get 10 points each turn per unit, whereas if they're marching, they only get 3. So it is in their best interest to rest rather than march when they're damaged. If they stop in a non-named town territory, they get 5, so stopping is definitely the best option. However, it does mean that we would then cede initiative to our opposition. So yeah, keep that in mind when you make your decisions. The poll will go up at the same time as this video, so let's get those votes coming in. This coming week, I will close the polling on Friday because I am working Saturday. So on Friday I'll close the polling and do a live again, and then that way we can try and ascertain exactly what the situation is. On Sunday I'll do the battle reports again, which then will come out Tuesday, Wednesday of the following week. Cool. Anyway, seems to be going well so far. It's been pretty exciting. Thank you all for your support, your comments. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, and I'll see you next time.